Shabbat Shalom. It's the Most High Sabbath day. All right, I had to redo this again. You know what I'm saying? Because the first time I did, wasn't no audio that you can hear, just the video. So we're going to do this again. I've already done it, but like I said, make you better the second time. Matter of fact, I even got a couple more verses because of the fact. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about, just talking. Nowadays we at a point where we feel like it's the information, and the elites and a lot of them got right now. It's no sense of privacy, no sense of just being, chilling. Everything got to be out in the open. Everybody want to do something off social media. And it was said once they made Facebook, for instance, they found so many people that they was looking for years because they would self-incriminate themselves and constantly, show where they at and this and that. What a tool. And to think you would make yourself do that, give yourself up like that. Nowadays you ain't got to like people. You ain't got to hate people. You might like a person or whatever, but guess what? They hate you. And, you ain't got to have did nothing wrong or whatever. We live in that day and age. And we'll talk a little bit about all this, you know what I'm saying? But this is where we really want to be, because a lot of times they say misery loves company, and it does. People want you to get in the mud with them, and then when you refuse to get in the mud, you make them furious. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But we're gonna do it again because the devil was trying to be busy, but the Most High is too. Busier. So he don't win. He gets no glory. Didn't stop the show. He'll do it again. We could do it again if they need to. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna stop it. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person. You just make me try harder. You know what I'm saying? It says, Ayub or Job. This is the way we want to be as people. You know what I'm saying? It says, Ayub 6:24. It says, teach me, and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand wherein I have erred. A lot of times when somebody get all riled up and get you riled up, and next thing you know, putting you in the mix, guess what? They want you to be there with them because they feeling, they up in their feelings, and they want you in your emotions too. You ain't got to join that party. I ain't got to join that party. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. All that foolish confrontation and keeping down strife and like I say, sometimes it ain't warranted. Sometimes you can be on a job and it's two people trying to get the same position, and it's hate on involved. You know what I'm saying? One to go and spread rumors about the other. It don't even got to be true. Just how it happens. You know what I'm saying? People bear false witness. They'll do anything. That power of their tongue is something else. You can do life with it, or you can do death with it, and it's a deadly member. You know what I'm saying? But the way to be, it should be like this: teach me, and I will hold my tongue. That's what a person need to do nowadays. Nowadays, everybody want to get on there with that darn cell phone. And look what I'm eating. Look what ain't nothing. Boy, you know how many child molesters done found people kids. You ain't at home knowing your kids at home. All the different stuff, the crimes of robbing your house when you on vacation because you too busy with the little fish lip and thinking you cute. You know what I'm saying? And they robbing your house. You understand what I'm saying? There's all kind of stuff going because we letting the left hand know what the right hand doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't need no acceptance. There's one thing about me. I don't need nobody to tell me a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? If I feel comfortable, I'm comfortable. I don't need nobody to say that they like my shirt or they don't like my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm cool. I'm going to be fine either. It ain't going to make me lose any less sleep when this sun get ready to go down here in the next 30 minutes or so. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be me. I'm going to get the same amount of sleep that I intended on getting because you know what? It don't make me or break me. I don't need approval from the masses. I got to go tell all my situations. Certain things, social media, it used to be things you have to learn about a person through time. Nowadays, everybody just broadcast it on social media. You know exactly what they like, what they eat, don't eat. All their little viewpoints, all they want to do is be entertained and miserable as all get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a whole lot of talking at the end of the day. It ain't worth nothing. Now, I'm going to jump down here real quick because I had just got this scripture and it come to mind. It had came to mind up here, James. Now, let's look. Let's look at this. Let's look at James chapter 3, verse 2. For in many things we offend all. If a man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man. You can try to offend somebody. You can try not to offend somebody, and you're going to still offend somebody. It's no way of getting out of it. You know, just like you look at Master Yeshua, or some of y'all know it's Jesus. You know what? Raised several people from the dead. Let people was blind. Let them be able to see. Lepers, all the things that was healed. And yet they still said, give us Barabbas. And, you know, and sometimes you can be in a position, you can't do no more than the person even being unreal in what they're asking for. You can't possibly humanly do some things for some people. And it's never going to be enough. You know, it's never going to be enough. And that's their problem. That's not your problem as a believer. If you did the best you could, that's what, as a believer, you supposed to do. The rest of it, whether it ain't enough to them or not, that's really on them. You know, nowadays, you know, you have to be careful running around here. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about witchcraft, a little bit as far as people casting spells when they say different things to you, how they cast a spell on you, you know, and how they do it in secret, and how, if you're a believer, it's already done to you. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know that a lot of spells have been cast on you with the words that people are saying, and they got you in spells and different things like that. And I'm gonna show you how they do it and how they identify with it. And so I'm gonna go into that demonic kingdom, you know what I'm saying, and expose some things, because it doesn't matter if you're a believer and you in Christ. Hey, it's still people cast spells against you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you sleep, sometimes when you're awake. And I'm gonna prove it 100%. And I believe you'll agree. But you can try not to offend somebody, you still gonna offend somebody. So okay, do your best, get you some good sleep at night. And it says, and also the bridle of the whole body. You know, it says, behold, we put bits in horses' mouths that they may obey us. And we turn about their whole body. You know, that one little bit that goes across, let me get a picture of that horse real quick. You see this horse up here? See that bridle in his mouth? That's how you control the horse. When you pull a certain way, that's how you make him move, turn, you know what I'm saying? That one little piece of metal makes this whole massive horse move and give you control of it. And that's how that tongue is. That tongue is the same way, you know what I'm saying? You know, it is going to bring you a whole lot of blessings, or it's going to bring you a whole lot of cursing. And a lot of times it's best to bite your lip and not say something. That way, and you know, or try to work it out at a time where it's better, you know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna be bad, especially if you're getting a mudslinger. Because I'm gonna show you how people love to do that type of stuff. And it says, behold, also ships with which though they be so great and driven by forced winds, but yet they are turned about by a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listed. You know, on the back of ships, that little on the tail, it got that little piece of area where it guides the ship left or right. You know what I'm saying? It's small. Even though that ship big, it's small. Even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. It says the tongue is a fire and world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members. And it says that it defileth the whole body and setteth fire the course of nature and is set on fire of hell. You know, like it say, all somebody, man, people can be chilling. You know, you could be at a family reunion. You could be anywhere. You can be cooling. All somebody got to do is come with that tongue. You know, and you might have had a family reunion, for example, 12 years before that. And the same people that didn't get along 12 years, guess what? They'll bring that same thing up to the current thing because they still holding beef that was way back 12 years ago. And they just love somebody else to get in the mud. A pig, see, you the loser if you wrestle with a pig in the mud. You the loser because the pig is in his element. And that's what the pig want. Never give a pig what they want. You know what I'm saying? Stay clean and just look at that pig and watch him make a pig out of itself, by itself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nobody gonna have to sit there and have to get into anything. You know what? Because anytime somebody want that smoke like that, guess what? In the end, they get double the negative. And then I tell you what, they're gonna be standing there scratching their head at the end of all of it. Because if you choose not to get in that with that, guess what? That person is gonna get them coals wreaked upon his head. The Bible guarantees that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like they say, misery love company. You ain't got to get down with it. Just let them have their day. Guess what? In the end of it, I'm gonna show you beyond a shadow of a doubt. You know, you done seen people say all kind of spells. Because I'm going to show you that spells are done with your mouth. You don't need no wand to cast a spell. I'm gonna prove that. I'm going to look that up. And I'm going to show you in the dictionary. You don't need to cast a wand or anything or any type of magic. Your tongue is magic. When you say certain things, you producing magic. You understand what I'm saying? It's witchcraft. And people don't even fall for that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? You can renounce that crap, and guess what? It get returned to sender every time. You know what I'm saying? It gets returned to sender. And they put themselves in a worse situation. And it's just like, look at what this little bit of piece of meat in your mouth does. You know what I'm saying? It tells you at the end of the day, it tells you the tongue is a fire. A world of iniquity, a world of sin. It's the one thing that'll get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And all you had to do is have a bad day and somebody cut you off of traffic, however it is. Boom, boom. This come out your mouth. Boom, boom. Now you don't put a negative. You sold negative, so you gonna get negative back. You know what I'm saying? It's the universal principle. It is what it is. And it defiled the whole body. The whole body. You know what I'm saying? That one little thing can put you where you defile. You don't never want to be in a situation where you defile yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Ever. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. It's the course of nature. And it set fire on hell. And it says, for every kind of beast and bird and serpents and things of the sea is tamed and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It says it is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. You understand what I'm saying? And that is so true. It is full of poison. And people put all their heart on their sleeve and stuff. And guess what? Your heart is one of the most deceitful things on your body. You know, if you don't have control of it, you ain't operating in the spirit. You want to sit up there and find yourself in petty little situation. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Here it is right here. Jeremiah in Hebrew 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. Who can know it? Now, like I say, a lot of times you go back and you go look at the divorce court. In the beginning, everybody was in love. Everybody was in love. All you needed was time. You know what I'm saying? if it was real or not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say they love out that same heart. I felt this for that person. I felt that for that person. Then when things don't go a certain person way, or it's gonna get bad out there, or it's gonna be a trying situation, or wherever it is, to come between that. Guess what? Out that same heart, get the crying in front of the judge and all this, and weeping and wanting people to feel sorry. Guess what? Boom. The same thing. They was praising you just like Yahushua, or some of y'all know it's Jesus. Palm the week before Passover, you know what? They was praising him. Oh, Hashiana. Some of y'all say Hosanna, but it's Hashiana in Hebrew, right? Like save us, you know what I'm saying? And then a week later, give us Barabbas. See out that same heart. You see what I'm saying? You see, only the Most High know that heart. You know what I'm saying? Verse 10. And it says, according to his ways, and it says that the Most High searches the heart, and I try the reins. The Most High say, I have the reins. Just like on that horses, on the side of that horse, to control that horse. You see that? See that little. It's another strap, and that strap is there it is. You can't hardly see this in the picture. Up there by that, see that strap up there in the corner. That it's a strap up there, and that's how you control that. That's how you control that horse. That's how you control that heart. He knows how to control that. Don't nobody else know how to do it like that. He know how to read the heart, because you might be thinking you right and you just got it together and you know what you talking about, and you don't even know the whole picture. You don't know that person's spirit and that person's heart like the Most High do, and they may be intending to be right. And then you getting half the story, or you all up in some past stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Now you make a butt out yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, you got to have to pay for what you had to say. It's better not to say nothing than to say something sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. I ain't say all the time. It says, and he says, I try to range, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing. So everybody gonna have to pay for them ways, them little funny ways, my little funny ways, your little fun. The thing about it is, it get buried in the coffin with us. What you think? You have to do it this way. If you get dressed, you have to put your socks on first. You have to. As long as that person get dressed, don't matter if they put their shirt on first. You know what I'm saying? The object is getting. Nobody got mastery over all that and to make all these decisions. It's just goofy to sit up there and then get mad at somebody because they don't do it like you operate. If the Most High wanted another Ronald, he would have made one. You know what I'm saying? He would have made another Ronald, but he didn't. They're exact the same. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep going. We're gonna stay up in IU, but. We have to be real careful, because we're going to get into how this tongue is really witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? How people use it in a different thing. We think you have to have a wand or something, a magic wand. You don't need no magic wand for no witchcraft. That mouth will do just by itself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show that here very shortly. Y'all bear with me. I'm in IU, Job chapter 20, verse 4. And it says, knowest thou not this of old, since man been placed on the earth? So way back in the day till now, guess what? That the triumphing of the wicked is short. It made them seem like they got it forever. Being a fool, being foolish, acting a donkey. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. It may feel like they can get away with it a long time. Like I can do what I want to do, and I'm still here, and I ain't passed. I ain't done, and I'm living my life by this, by that. But I tell you what, it'll be according to that Bible, because you better not close your eyes and it be in the back of the mortuary. Because guess what? You're gonna wish you'd have had that relationship then. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like it go forever. But let me tell you, the Most High promises sudden destruction for the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High will mock you, when you try to come. Everybody think, and that's the problem with a lot of these hirelings and some of these pastors sit up here, they don't teach that the Most High don't play about them commandments. They just want to talk about the love side, but the Most High gonna love to put that work on you if you ain't got it together. When it come to judging, I'm gonna show all that. I'm gonna show you how you don't play. It says, but the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Even though they get away with it for a while, it ain't that long. Through his excellency, mount up to the heavens, and his head reaches the cloud. Yet, so his head up in the clouds all the time. You can't tell him nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yet he shall perish forever like his own dong. You know, when you flush the toilet, you do your number 2 or whatever, you do your business, and you flush the toilet, you don't see that dong again. And either you're going to see this person again if they keep being wicked and they don't repent. And they just keep on spreading foolishness. You know, I always love to talk. Be an old talebearer. And I'm going to show you that scripture a little later, too. You know what I'm saying? About the Most High. It shouldn't be a talebearer in Israel, in the nation. But yet you see people all the time want to be a little talebearer. And it says, yet he shall perish even like his own dome. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because let me tell you, at the end of it all, everybody say all them sweet nothings, you know, at your funeral, at the grave site. You know, they want to tell the family, you have my condolences, this, and that. Man, some people come to that funeral for various reasons. Some people come to that funeral just to be able to look down and say, that threat is out the way. And then, you know, it's sad. That's when people praise you the most, when you die. They don't come to your birthday party when you live, or they don't try to take part in stuff that's important to you. You know what I'm saying? While you doing it, while you alive, they want to say it when you're dead. They show you how hypocritical and just how this thing is evil. It's a whole lot of people posing as your friend, but as evil as they get. You understand what I'm saying? Trust me, we're gonna see all this in just a second. So I'm about to get to this witchcraft in a minute to show you how, whether they in or out the church, they cast witchcraft every day. You are witness to it, witchcraft, and you might not even know it. You looking for a magic wand or somebody with a black hat on, with a pointed black hat on. You looking for the wrong thing. You on that fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? And witches are sometimes family members, co-workers, people, wives, husbands. They all in there. I'm going to show you. Stay tuned, because you're going to you should get something out of this. And it says, and they're going to say, like, where is he? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, he ain't going to be a memory no more. And I'm going to jump down to 9. It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place be any more behold him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, that wicked joker gonna be up out of here. And it tells you, you're not gonna physically look at his flesh. Now you know, the being that was in the flesh, that flesh is done. You're not gonna see that physical person. You're not gonna be able to touch that person and touch skin with their eyes open, talk to you if they did beyond a certain point. You understand what I'm saying? Life is going to end as a person know it. And you ain't going to see him no more, like the scriptures say. And I'm going to jump down to 11 and say sometime. His bones are full of sin of his youth. Meaning he ain't even changed. He done got older. Which shall lie with him in the dust. Those same bones picked him up or her up and brought her to here, or brought him to here and there, and he done sin. Guess what? They're going to be dead in the dust. Though his mouth be, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. You know what? I always like to say something. I always got to talk about a person. I always got to bring a person down. You can't never get them to say nothing positive about you. You know what I'm saying? They quick to bring up the negative. They don't want that. That's them same people that show up to your funeral talking about how much they had love for you and doing to praise you because you ain't no threat no more. And they still standing and they got to lay their eyes upon you laid back and don't know you probably got your reward. You going to get your reward, but the one that's above you is the ones that's waiting to go. They ain't for to get that like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So And you know, a lot of them it says through his wickedness, you know, wickedness is sweet in his mouth. They love to say some stuff. It's sweet for them to say. Got something to say. Let me tell you, you see such and such over there and her husband out there fighting. They can't wait to tell. They just got to tell you something. Got to report. You know, and they hide it under their tongue. Because they ain't going to say it in front of you most of the time if you the person that they being talked about. And it says, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it within his mouth. So a lot of times he not going to show his hand. A lot of them talking that stuff, they ain't going to show their hand. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to show their hand at all. But at the end of it, just know they're going to get all the smoke. Now I know y'all hear that shooting out there. They shooting at targets out there. It's not like, I know it might sound to some of y'all like it's Beirut out there, but they're shooting at targets out there. Yeah, I don't know. You might even hit a ding when he hit the metal plate. But it's nothing to be alarmed. Trust me, I'll be out there shooting, but not today. But I'll be out there shooting though, probably tomorrow on first day. You know what I'm saying? I might go run a few rounds down range. But anyway, because I know somebody probably bugging. You know what I'm saying? So, Job or Ayub chapter 64. Then we're not too far from the good thing. And I'm gonna start because I know I told y'all, but I really want y'all. And it doesn't matter how long you've been in the church. No, Psalm 64 and 2. That's what I want. You know. You can be on there too. You know what I'm saying? They cast spells on you too. They don't care nothing about you being in no church. If your life ain't a certain way, guess what? You still got mastery to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now. This is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. For the insurrection, from the insurrection and the workers of iniquity. Now he's saying, hide me from the secret counsel. You know how many people at your job, you know what they say about you when they in them meetings or when you ain't around, they have these counsels. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got to go through something like that. Whether it's on your job, whether it's a family member, whether it's other factions of life, whether it's, you know what? And you ain't done nothing. Like I say, you just a threat. You know, somebody that want the same position you want and know that you probably the sure thing. Guess what? They for to run all kind of rumors and hate. You know what I'm saying? 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That's how they come at you. Tongue like a sword, just ready to say something and just chop somebody up. I done seen people go to church and praise the Most High in church, dance, sing a song, do all that, and then get home and cuss their spouse clean out. You might as well should have just stayed at home. You should have went to the club and just done the stanky leg, the Reebok, the Pee Wee Herman. What you should have brought all them old dances back, because man, I'm gonna tell you, you ain't did nothing by going to church, and I'm gonna show you that. You know what I'm saying? Yeshua himself gonna send you on your way if that's the type of mode you in. This tongue by this talking down, like we say, you know, in Houston we use that talking down. You know what I'm saying? We don't say down, we say down. You know what I'm saying? All that talking down. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing that like that. I know if you're on that north side, you know what I'm talking about. All that, especially that south side. So he said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Hide them. Ain't that something? Verse 2. But it says, even bitter words. Okay, verse 3. Verse 4. It says, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Now the person that ain't getting in all the office chatter, ain't telling all their business when they come to work, keeping their personal business personal. I ain't got the show on display. I didn't see you posting nothing on Facebook. I didn't see you posting nothing on this and that, this platform, that phone. Because that person may not want people in their business. You know what I'm saying? That person, like I say, you know how many people houses got broke in? Why they over there looking cute somewhere out there? Man, please. Stuff, houses broken and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you ain't at home. And the thief just love it, like having all that intel. Love to tell the left hand what the right hand doing. They love it. And then it says here, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They just love talking about you, throwing something or making you have to remember an incident may have happened in the office 8 years ago. Remember when he dinged that car with that truck? They gotta always bring that back. You know what I'm saying? They commune of lying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You know what? They in groups. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. Now, let's talk about these spells now. Let's get on this spell stuff. Now, I know I said, let's see what casting spells is. Hold on. These boys guarantee results, boy. Now just imagine you trying to live your life. You ain't bothering nobody. You trying to live your life. Let me blow this up. You know, you just, hey, I made mistakes. I did things. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better person, trying to get it together. Guess what? These people right here. Let's look at the word spell. Okay, we're in the dictionary right now. We got the word spell up. It's a form of words, used as a magical charm or incantation. You see that? A form of words. A good example of that is somebody I watched on a movie. Precious was one for sure. And Boys in the Hood. When she told Ice Cube he wasn't never gonna be nothing. That was casting a spell right there. That is an example of casting a spell with words right there. Your daddy didn't do this, your mama ain't do this, so you gonna be this way. You know what? That's spell casting right there. It don't take no magic wand or nothing. A form of words used as a magical charm. A form of words. They the ones that's hating on you every 5-10 minutes. We're watching you harder than you watching you. You know what I'm saying? Just constantly got you under the microscope. Everything you do. I know it'd be funny because sometimes at my job, I swear, I'll be like, man, you can't be no individual no more. Everybody, okay, he park over there, I'm going to park over there. Okay, he start over here. He do this first, I'm going to do this first. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you that dude, you know what I'm saying, or you that female, you know what I'm saying? But, man, it's just like, man. And then some people don't like that you good at what you do. You know what I'm saying? They have something smart to say, and they do a lot of saying. And it's a lot of things at these meetings. When you're not there, or they do stuff in privy. Like the thing say, they do it in privy. They do it in secret council. A state of enchantment caused by a magic spell. Okay. The example is the magician may cast a spell on himself. An ability to control or influence people as though one had magical power over them. A great example of some of that is some in these churches. These preachers be trying to almost break your neck. So-called praying for you. Talking about some slain in the spirit. Sit up there praying for you and got your head. If you don't fall back, they could bend your neck. And you almost look like you look like, I don't know what you look like. You know what I'm saying? It be looking like Michael Jackson on Smooth Criminal. You know what I'm saying? Leaning back. You know what I'm saying? Got your head leaned back because he wants you to go to the ground so he can stand over here and you can talk about it like he got some power like that. You see a lot of that in some of these Pentecostal churches. All that ain't real. You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm a straight shooter. That ain't real. If the Holy Spirit into anybody in that Bible, it always empowered them. Show me one verse when the Holy Spirit or Ruach HaKodesh, like we say in Hebrew. Again, I'm going from the Hebrew scriptures unless we in the New Testament, and we can get in the Greek too. But I'm gonna go in the Hebrew. Ain't no time did you see the Spirit enter into anyone in the Bible and it didn't empower them. first of all. And nobody, you can't find nobody slain in no spirit, period. Now, you had people prostrate themselves over the ground to pray and give honor to the Most High, but they did it willingly. But when the spirit in the breath or the ruach, as we say, or translated in English, the breath in your King James Bible, you know what I'm saying? They were empowered. Period. So none of all that foolishness got your head leaned back, got you looking like you on a Smooth Criminal video. You know, like you Michael Jackson when he leaned back, you know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of stuff in secret. Let's look at some examples. Let's see where I can find that. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got that. Okay, let's look at some of this black magic. They in them secret councils. Let's go back to the scripture real quick. And it says, because I'm going to talk about this black magic a little bit. It says they may shoot in secret at the perfect. You trying to live a righteous life, you ain't trying to get in all that food, you trying to be straightforward, you trying to chill. Suddenly they shoot at him and fear not. They don't even care. And they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of lying snares, lying traps, privily, meaning privately, that they say, who shall see them? They thinking they getting away with it. Let me tell you something. When you casting these spells, guess what? They're gonna get returned on you. You can think because you're gonna make pacts with things that you can't see. Now look at here. Let's look at this for instance, the breakup spell. Now this is a spell that you can do, and you can pay your money, and somebody will. And let's look at this. Let's look at this. Do these apply? Questions apply to you? Is the person you love in a relationship with somebody other than yourself? If so, would you like the relationship to end? Okay, you can do all that and that person leave your butt because obviously they you know what I'm saying. And people do it also when somebody has moved on and they had a breakup and somebody has moved on, they happy with their life, but this person's still over there with they biting their lip, looking all crazy, and then you want to go and deal in somebody else's life, then they done moved on. Okay, if it was done up on the board on the top where everybody can see, but you got to do it privately. Do you know people got spells on you, not just in that relationship? They got spells on that you won't profit in a certain type of way. You know, they can cast spells for success. You know, they got another one that breaks up couples. They got a spell for everything. And you this can't be a positive thing because you got to do it privately. You got to do it in secret. You don't go and tell the person that. You just do work. And then you wondering like what is going on? Like it's not nothing touching you personally because you got the protection of the Most High, but it can touch things around you that don't have the protection of the Most High, that don't have a walk or relationship with the Most High. It surely can touch. And then, you know, because this person thinking that they can cast some kind of spell or whatever, and you supposed to take them back. Like they're going to see the error of their ways. You're going to catch this spell, and that person going to... Let me tell you something. If I wouldn't even be a person if I didn't sit there and tell you as a believer, as a believer for a little while now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't putting the years, I don't believe in putting accolades and all that. But because I'm brother Jeremiah, and some people know me as brother wrong. You know what I'm saying? I ain't into all them titles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's people out there privately doing these things in private. And, you know, a great understanding of this, it said what is bound on earth is also bound in heaven. Why would you have to bind something? You understand what I'm saying? You have to, what's bound in earth is bound also in heaven. You have to go individually and sometimes pray these prayers. Any spell against my divine purpose, against my walk with such and such, or it could be a relationship spell. Anything that's gonna come between me and my spouse or me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can break that spell and cast that assignment. Because guess what? When you denounce that and that's something that you don't want and you use the power of your words to speak life, guess what? Whoever had something and used that tongue against you for that spell, guess what? It is now sent back to them. Because see, what you don't see, they're using a lot of enchantments. They're using a lot of demonic entities that go and try to do the work for them. But see, when you denounce that, guess what? Those demonic entities get bad and they turn around and make it even worse for the person that cast the spell. That's why you and me can't be telling you, we don't know the person's end. We can't sit up there and sometimes you looking at a temporary situation in real time. In real time. You're looking at a personal situation. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say here that that's gonna always be that way. That person can grow up and change. You know what I'm saying? Time can go by and that person can grow up and change. But a lot of times we get too caught up in that person right there. Like at the family reunion, you still telling a story about when this boy was 8 years old. You remember he peed on himself and this and that, and everything was funny, and they still tell that story. That man 40-something years old. You know what I'm saying? We still telling that same story. That you can't let that man move on. That man done moved on. Probably got grandkids just about. And we still telling that old story. We ain't moved. We ain't involved. And then when somebody tell that story, a story about us, then we ready to fight at the funeral reunion. You know what I'm saying? Because they shouldn't. But no, what was good for the goose is also good for the gander. But you know what? Sometimes, like I say, just taking that fade and just staying Christ-centered, guess what? At the end of the day, guess what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna have them colds, but it's a whole lot of people using that tongue to cast spells on people, and they don't see you're gonna be just like your daddy. That's casting a spell. You read it by definition, a group of words, and that's all a spell is. It don't take no magic wand. That was very easily said. It said what? It said a form of words used as a magic charm. That's why we can't be saying certain things, and some people be putting a hex on their children by saying those things. You just like your daddy. Oh, you gonna be just let it be something good. Let it be a good characteristic, because he wasn't nothing, you ain't gonna be nothing. Boom, you just cast a spell. You just as good as a magician. You know what I'm saying? Out there doing dark magic. You know what I'm saying? Period. And people do it every day. People do it every day. All the time. But I'm gonna back and you look up there, they got all kind of spells, man. All kind of spells. And they always do this in secret, so it can't be on the up and up. Anytime you gotta do that type of stuff in secret, it can't be on the up and up, man. Straight up. Can't be. You know how we ought to be with our tongues? In Psalms 119 and 172. I'm gonna go hit that right there. I ain't even gonna finish this, right? But I better go ahead and finish that, cause I'm gonna show you for what they doing, putting their mouth on you for false. I better go and show you the other side of the game. It says they search out iniquities. They looking for problems on people, like he ain't that perfect in this, and they want to exploit that. It says they accomplish a diligent search. That's what they like to do. Look for something that ain't totally perfect. It's a flaw right there. You see that right there? It was perfect. You see it got that little scratch right there. You know what I'm saying? Now it don't matter how beautiful the car is and how nice it is. Do you see that? You see that little scratch right there? That's what they focus on. That's somebody that really don't like you. You know what I'm saying? It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is so deep. It says, but God there. Look at that, verse 7. It says, but Yah shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. See, they ain't gonna have time to get it right. Everybody, like I told you before, I said this before on the other video. I used a massive heart attack, for example. See, when if the Most High want to take somebody up and then they have in their mind, I'm just gonna get it right with the Creator on my deathbed, and it's gonna be it. And I'm gonna make. Let me tell you something. You have a massive heart attack. You can't say nothing. Nothing comes out. Not even barely air. Barely, because your heart is basically about to turn inside out, about to explode. A lot of people have massive heart attacks. Their heart explode on the inside of them. Do you think you're gonna be able to get all those words out that to get a relationship with the Creator on that day? When you trying to clutch most people they just stand there and hold it, try to rub that, like if they can put their hand on it. I don't know why it's so much pain. I guess it does make you do that. But you in so much pain to you grab your chest, like you can reach in your heart, under your rib cage and do something about it. And then eventually you see them fall. That's it. That's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no time to get it together to create that. You ain't gonna be able to say nothing. And he says, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. See, that's why me and you can't be saying nothing about people and just be thinking it's cool. And we ain't just or right. You know what I'm saying? Because they say their tongue gonna fall upon themselves. That's what's gonna get them in trouble. All that see them shall flee away. See, when the smoke come and that person catching that fade, see, nobody want that smoke. They gonna leave you right there. You gonna do your own. You gonna get your own work done on you. You know what I'm saying? And it says, all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God. Because ain't nobody gonna do nothing for that person when they had that massive heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And it says, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. You know what? Just not do what he doing. Yeah, and everybody, the same people that was entertaining and being and laughing with it, they ain't laughing about that right now. It says the righteous shall be glad. The ones that stand on the right side shall be glad in the Lord, as to say, in Yah, and shall trust in him. And all the upright in heart shall glory. So you ain't got to worry about that fade right there, because we need to be more like Psalms 119 and 172. Let's see, 119 and 172 verse. This is what we need to be more like. It says, my tongue shall speak of thy word, for all of thy commandments are righteous. And in verse before that, my lips shall utter praise. That's what we should be doing with our lips. Praising people or giving praise to the Most High. Positive, not talking down. Because all that is spell casting, and you wondering why you got more people talking about you casting spells than you got for riding for you, and you wonder why your life's so bumpy. When thou hast taught me my statutes. You know what I'm saying? Our tongue should be speaking the word and for all the commandments, at the end of the day. But let me give you some example real quick. We almost about to end it. I'm gonna make this video a little bit short. I'm moving a little bit more quicker than the other video. But we at John chapter 8. I'm gonna show you one example of this. Chapter 8. And everybody know this verse right here. It say 8 and 31. So Yehukanan 8 and 36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. And he says, and this is the Pharisees up here. Let me go ahead and put in a red writing so you can. Where it is? Okay, red letter. Yeah. So now that we back. And he says, I know that you are Abraham's seed. Yeshua acknowledged. He's talking to the Pharisees here. Okay. He acknowledged you are Abraham's seed. If you're going to be obedient, you have Abraham's seed. But ye seek to kill me, because my word have no place in you. See, they didn't want to hear the truth, because a problem with the Pharisee. Yeshua was spitting, or Jesus, some of y'all know it's Jesus, he was spitting that truth, man. Miracles was happening, man. People was being healed. People was getting that work done the right way, man. And he was a positive. And they wasn't bring that old timey religion, you know what I'm saying, in them synagogues. A lot of times when Yeshua spoke, he spoke out in fields and stuff like that. The people will follow him. And I imagine a lot of them preachers was getting pretty mad because them people wasn't bringing them offerings up in there. You know, bottom line. And he says, I speak that which I have seen of my Father. So Yeshua told him, or Jesus told him, say, I speak that which I seen my Father, Abba Yah, or God, some of y'all know. And ye do which ye have seen your Father. Now, he's saying, I seen what my Father do up in heaven. But you doing the things of your Father. He ain't talking about your physical father right here at all. He ain't talking about that. Because see, watch this. 39. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. And it says, Jesus or Yeshua said unto them, if ye were Abraham's children, ye would do the works of Abraham. See, that's the thing about it. If you are the son of you respect the Son of the Most High, Yeshua Christ, then you do the works, the same thing. He kept certain laws. He didn't eat certain animals. He always kept the Sabbath. You would do the things that he done if you really was down with him. He said, if you love me in John 14:15, he says, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, that's predicated if you do. Keep my commandments. You know what I'm saying? Period. But they wanted to kill him. There's a whole lot of people don't want you around. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? You the goody two shoes that they don't want to see every day because you trying to get your life right and do your life and have your life right. And they just want to act a fool. And they just want to have an excuse to act a fool. But see, you not no fun because you don't participate in none of the gossip at the job. You don't participate in none of the gospel at the church. You don't participate in none of all the foolishness. So we don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not of this world that we got over here. You know, the scriptures say the world love his own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the gospel love gospels. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get along. But he said, he said, but ye seek to kill me, a man that told you the truth? Ain't that something? Which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. So he's saying, so you want to kill me because I'm trying to tell you what's right. That's that disdainment. It's a whole lot of people don't like you, posing like they like you. You know, with the seed on their tongue, holding it and can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? But obviously they need something off you or something because they keep you around. Like same way as like some people on your social media. They only friends because they waiting on your page to get uploaded with your obituary on there. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna come. They ain't said nothing to you on Facebook, not now time. But you post an obituary up there, they gonna be up there at their funeral. That's how they move. But you got to know you're gonna have a certain amount of people down with you. And the majority of them are fake. You just know some people. They ain't your people. You just know some people. When you really think about it. You know, if somebody messing with you, they concerned about your soul. They concerned about your health. They concerned about a whole lot of things. If they really ain't concerned about you, they don't ask you for none of them things. You know, if anybody know me, I'm consistent with want to keep that Sabbath. If you don't know nothing else about me, I want to keep that Sabbath. Okay, I want to keep, I don't do a whole lot of foolishness and stuff. The day is the Sabbath. What's going out now is pretty much out because I talked it into kind of deal like Paul. I'm going on a little bit long, but yeah, know that much about me. You're gonna see me do the deeds of my Father. My Father is the Most High, and His Son Yeshua. Now some of y'all know it's Jesus and the Father, But anyway. He said, man. Okay. He said, ye do the deeds of your father. Let's see if he talking about their physical father. Then they said unto him, we be born out of fornication. We have one Father, even God. So he said, hey, man, we not no fornicators. Fornicator in this sense right here means to have more than one God, and worshiping more than one God, one deity, having a false deity. Okay, that's a fornicator. They wasn't talking about physical fornicator. like with their dad. Verse 42, Yeshua said unto them, if God were your father, you would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. So he's saying he give reverence to the Father. Amen. It's one Father. He sent me. He sent me. You know, I didn't send myself. He's just sitting at the right hand of the Father. The Father runs the show. And it's one God. They was right about it being one God, but they wasn't worshiping that God because they wasn't doing the things of that God. They was doing the things of the devil because they wanted to kill him. They couldn't be doing the thing of the Most High and doing the work, the so-called religious leaders. They wanted to have him. We serve one God here. Let me get that real quick. Let's get it. Okay. Let's get it. Ephesians 4. Ephesians 4 and 4. We had Ephesians 4 and 4. There is one body, one spirit, even as you are called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith. Why we got all these different denominations? One baptism, one way. Now some people get sprinkled, some people get dipped in the immersion. In the immersion, we call it immersion, Hebrew Israelite. Anyway, and then one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Christ, or the gift of the Mashiach. One Father, one God, who is above all. You see how the Father, you see how the Son of the Father gave credit. He said, I didn't bring myself down here. He said, I didn't come myself. He said, he sent me. Verse 42. Neither I came of myself, but he that sent me. And then look at how he's saying. Now he's giving them game. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. See, that's a personal opinion that's formed about you. You ever that they so set on how they think they know you to a degree, and they think that they think they your God to a degree. That they just got you, and it's this way. This the way it's gonna be. They can't even see you for you trying to pick yourself up out of the mud. They can't even see you for that. He said, man, you can't even understand my speech. You done got so far from the Creator. You done got to, and then people do it all the time. You done got so far from the Creator in tradition. Because didn't he say in the scripture, the vain tradition of men make God's word to none effect? They know more about tradition than they do actually the word. And that's where most people are. Now let's look at this 44th verse. It says, it says very clear here. It says, ye of your father. It says, ye are of your father, the devil. See? He told the religious leaders at that time. This was Christ. He said, ye are of your father, the devil. Now, he didn't acknowledge that God was their father, because this is the so-called churchy people, the so-called leaders. They was the ones that wanted to have him killed. They was the ones that was conspiring. Okay, man, let's do this under the table. Judas, we're going to give you 30 pieces of silver. We need you to set him up. You know what I'm saying? We need you to help us put a hit on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, we need you. You know, they was the ones hands dirty. And that's why he told him, he said, you of your father, the devil. He knew all this was going to happen prior to it happening. He didn't acknowledge the so-called, what we would say, preachers at that particular time, you know, as being of the Most High. He said, ye of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. So you're going to do exactly whatever Satan do, 'cause that's your father. He said he was a murderer from the beginning, and they wanted to have him. They wanted to have him killed, and it said, and abode not in the truth. Ain't no truth in it. And it said because there is no truth in him, just like I just said. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that something? And it says, which of you convince me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do ye believe in me? He says, so what did I say wrong? And if I didn't say something wrong, why don't you believe me? He that is of God heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because you are not of God. So, man, he broke them off proper. He broke them off proper. And the first thing they want to say, the first thing they want to do is they want to throw stones. They want to halfway kill them. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Some people, man, let me tell you something. Some people are in your life to love you. I'm going to say that. And you got to have some people in your life for the opposite too. They're going to hate you. Just like if it's cold, it's also an opposite of being hot. If it's something good, it's also an opposite of that being bad. Now, some people came on this earth just to be bad. Now, some people came on this earth to be good. Yeah, there's a winner, there's a loser. It's always the opposite. And you shouldn't get mad at a snake if you know it's a snake that he want to bite you. The fool thinks that the snake is not going to bite you. You know what I'm saying? If it identifies itself and it's slithering on its stomach and identifies itself as a snake, it is a snake. Treat it as a snake. You know what? If you don't have a weapon to kill that snake, move away from that snake. Because that's what some people are designed to do. They're there to cast spells, keep that doubt, to keep that word play, to keep that negative on you. That's what they are attached to do. They're not there attached for nothing else. They fronting and playing like they have to put themselves in a position. They have to put themselves in a position to be that way, so they can be up next to you, so they can cast their spells. It's a lot of work being done on people, and like I say, it's many spells that you could have put up there. But like I say, when these people do these type of spells, all this black magic, nobody gonna go up and tell the person that they doing it on. Or I got the breakup spell, so I'm gonna break you up. You gonna just come back in a black magic spell, reunite you with your lover. What kind of crap is that? That person should come under their own, cause they want to. And then look at this, get even spell. Look at that, get even. What the scripture say? Vengeance is mine. What saith Yah? See what I'm saying? And there's people out there doing this to my life, your life. You know what? If I nothing else, I can tell you, we gotta bind these things like the scriptures say. Whatever's bound in heaven gonna be bound on earth. When somebody on earth try to bind you with them words, you can't do this, you can't do that, you'll never be this, you'll never be that. You guess what? You can bind those words and say that those words are a lie. I'm gonna have to hit you with my African voice. They are a lie. They lie. You understand what I'm saying? Don't receive them. Definitely bind them. Because I'm gonna tell you, and remove them out your life. Because guess what? If you give a place to them, then they spells have power. Okay, the Sabbath day is over. I'm still gonna say Shabbat Shalom. I hope that y'all got something out this lesson. Man, think about that in your life. And when you pray tonight, denounce spells off your life, for spells against your prosperity, spells against your health, spells against, your relationships. Because people are doing work, and I know that they do work. I know personally that they do work. And we looking for a witch to have a black hat shaped like a cone that like on the Wiz or Wizard of Oz, they look like common everyday people, and some of them go to your church. So today is the Most High Sabbath day, so I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom, and I'm gonna say y'all have a blessed day. Shabbat Shalom.